Hey, good evening. Happy Tarot Tuesday. Welcome back to Hearts Glow Tarot. I've got a reading for the week of May 18th this week for the collective. The cards that were pulled this week are the Six of Wands, another six, the Six of Crystals or Swords. We've got the Justice card and the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So the overall vibe this week to me says success and healing, recognition and validation, and the scales evening out. But the scales are evening out because you've made the changes. You've started to make the changes. You've started to get into that manifesting flow, or to really focus on the positive, or your desires, or your goals, or your relationships, whatever it might be. The scope is broad, right? Where we're reading for the collective. But congratulations, because we're all moving in the right direction. So, yay. All right. So, Six of Wands, victory, success, a moment of glory, public recognition, right? The mantra with this card is, I celebrate myself and how far I've come. You'll notice here tonight, for the first time in some time, that Mr. Handsome Knight of Pentacles is not visiting with us, right? And I think it's because we've made progress. We're starting to get that momentum. The Knight of Pentacles, he's contemplative and standing still and waiting for the seeds to grow and contemplating his desires and manifesting. And some of the seeds have sprouted to surface, right? Also with last week's reading, there was reference to a full moon, and we're heading there. We're at a crescent moon right now, not a waning, but a building. And I think some of us are starting to feel the momentum of moving forward. So congratulations to all of us. One of the questions that came into my realm of consciousness, and like maybe not realm of consciousness, but in my thought process on these motivational videos is that I was watching earlier this week, was to just sit and think, who were you 5 years ago? Just take 5 minutes to just stop and think about that. Are you more aligned in who you want to be today than you were 5 years ago? Are you in a better place financially, or in a better place emotionally, or even physically in a different location? I hope the answer is yes for all of us. It is for me. And so just taking a moment, the Six of Wands is about taking a moment to celebrate yourself and how far you've come. Acknowledge what you've accomplished. Take a beat, right? So the sixes kind of represent to not stop your hard work, but to just kind of take a break and turn around and look behind you, right? And see the progress that you've made. And it's sort of highlighted again here with the Six of Crystals or Six of Swords. You see the direction that she's going in reference to this card. It's kind of like going back. So there's victory here, celebration, public recognition, time to put yourself out there. But what I'm seeing here is like, okay, you've overcome this hurdle. Now it's time to take a break. And I get travel from this, maybe headed home or headed to a different shore. But I don't know, I really get the sense of like coming home, but coming home refreshed in a new person or a new version of you. And you see the 4 seagulls here, when 4 represents stability, foundation. And this card also denotes better times ahead. And while she might be moving in a direction that's more toward this card, it could be towards victory, but I kind of get the sense like going home and resolution, maybe forgiveness for some, moving things out, some conflict that you've had, whether it's been within yourself or with another person or whatever the case. If it resonates with you, take this as validation for you. And please remember, just in that whole balance sense with the Justice card, if there is forgiveness and it's between 2 people and not just yourself, forgiveness can be for you still, or it can be for both people. But forgiveness isn't always reconciliation, right? If it's not safe or healthy for you to have this person or these people in your life, that's valid. Just want to say that out there, because it's kind of skewed. You know, I'm still figuring out in my own life what forgiveness is in some cases, right? But as I'm sure we all are in our own lives. Okay, here we go. Carrying on, my loves. So, 6 of crystals. I leave what no longer serves me in the past. So again, as I mentioned, forgiveness, letting that ish go. Again, the 2, just reiterating what I said, it could be for you or could be for 2 or a group of people. Time for a rest, vacation, or nostalgia. Yeah. Confidence increasing, I think, as well, in the whole vibe of this card. And then we have Ms. Justice here. And we see the 2 doves at the top of the card, peace coming in, you know. You see the waters here in this card are choppy, but it's smoother sailing the closer you get to shore here. So peaceful time coming in and the plates balancing out. I also see here that like fate sort of tipping in your favor. The quote or mantra with the Justice card is, I accept that everything happens for a reason. So maybe you're getting in that sense of, as I mentioned before, the acceptance or the forgiveness, right? Getting in that flow of releasing whatever might be burdening you or a heavy weight that you've been carrying. So keywords with the Justice card are fairness, truth, and natural laws. So really getting honest with yourself. And that gives you power, regardless of whether you could be at fault or, you know, just being able to sleep better at night knowing that you did the best that you could, right? I mean, we all make mistakes, every one of us, but just sort of remembering, you know, to let that be your compass and your guide to take you to smoother waters. A quote that really stood out for me in the description of the Justice card tonight was, account for your actions as you will attract what you put out. And so then it's sort of like the download was kind of screaming in my head was, clean up your act and watch how things improve. Okay? Like, it was like very clear and like loud. Was the guidance for that for this week. And it's fitting because, excuse me, sorry to shift you there a little bit. Don't get seasick. All right. We've got the Devil here at the bottom of the deck. Now, I really love to consult with the bottom of the deck, and one of my very favorite tarot readers, my niece, she put it to me in such a way years ago that it's great to consult the bottom of the deck, which I was doing before, but it can kind of represent shadow of the rest of the reading, and I think that really suits this particular read. Okay, so the quote with this card or mantra is, I consciously free myself from negative influences, to get to the smoother waters and to have the victory and to have the justice and the things and everything just leveling out. Well, for 99.999% of us, there's work to do, right? With the negative influences, it could be negative self-talk, it could be the way you cope with stress, it could be addictions, it could be unhealthy relationships, it could be, over restriction, misguidance, or a shadow or ego that's too strong. If you need perspective, this was a download that came in. Remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. You need to confront bad habits and addictions, relationships, as I was saying earlier, to get to the root and heal them or set them free to restore the balance, right? If this aligns with you, you'll know what it is. You'll see here too that with the Devil card, we've got the man and the woman there, and they've got the chains around their neck. In the original tarot, the ring that's around each of their necks is loose, and it's self-imposed restriction, right? You have the power to change things. You can take that ring and just lift it up over your head and walk away and be done with it. I mean, easier said than done. Sorry for the little mic scratch there. But at the end of the day, the power is in your hands. Self-imposed chains. You don't have to accept things as status quo, and you've decided not to. And you've made your change, stated your case. You've got better times ahead. Justice, truth, and natural laws are in your favor. So clean up your act, lovingly, clean up your act, and see how things improve. And the things that bubble up to surface, address them so that you can heal them, restore them, or set them free. Be the change, my loves. That is what I have for you. Oh yes, another couple notes here that we've got the 6 and the 6 and the 15 here, which reduces to 6. So 666, also the Devil. Devil is a Capricorn card. This could be in relation to a Capricorn in your life or yourself as a Capricorn. We also have Libra energy here, and we have air and fire signs. So, I mean, really, just about any sign here. But if that resonates or pops out to you, I wanted to mention it. Sometimes the Devil can also represent divorce or ending of a relationship. And justice can often relate to court matters and things leaning in your favor if you have been living in your truth and living in an honest way and not guilty, essentially. So good luck to all of us in those matters, whatever they might be for you. I hope this week does bring you confidence and hope and recognition, validation, peace and love. Be the change. Have a great week. Mwah. Sweet dreams.